It looks to me like we're in for higher taxes, not very much deregulation at all, and much more government spending. We've heard the autumn statement. I'm Mark Littlewood, Director General of the Institute of Economic Affairs. Here's my take. I must say I'm really rather underwhelmed. The Chancellor said he had three aims in his statement. One was stability, one was growth, and one was public services. So let's take those in turn. On stability, well, he did actually provide some numbers which he purports to show will very gradually get the debt down over the longer run. So there's been some indication of fiscal constraint, which you could say is in contrast to the mini budget we saw from Kwasi Kwarteng. So there's been some nod to sort of fiscal continence, you might say, rather than taking a more cavalier attitude. But the good news really stops there. If you were to look at the growth part of the plan, it's all top-down stuff. It's building a new nuclear power plant. It's continuing with HS2, which you would have thought would have been one of the areas where we could have cut back on government spending. There's virtually nothing on the bottom-up side for growth. No indication of planning reform. Investment zones have been scrapped. Now, you might take the view that they would merely relocate economic activity rather than boosting it, but that could have been a chance to actually see some deregulation in some areas. That's gone. There's been a slightly open-ended commitment to look into some areas of EU law. Again, the previous government was going to presume in favour of scrapping EU laws. There doesn't appear to be any such presumption this time round, just a commitment to investigate. So on the growth side, I'm not expecting this will help UK GDP particularly. Very disappointing in terms of supply side reform. And then we come to public services. Well, the Chancellor's been quite generous on welfare benefits, and you might think that in a cost of living crisis, that's the right thing to do to protect the vulnerable. He made particular play of that. But if you don't do things to actually help the productive side of the economy, and if you're a worker or a family business, you're earning above minimum wage, well, your taxes are going to go up. There wasn't much to assist you here. And over the longer run, you need that productive side of the economy to pay for the public services. And I think we're going to squeeze it. So unfortunately, I feel we're now back into a ratchet of higher taxes, very heavy regulation, struggling to fund public services, a bit of a cycle of decline, really. A disappointing day, I think, for those of us who want a prosperous free market Britain.